Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and we have gathered here again today. And this time we are talking about a Disney musical from the 1970s. In fact, 1977, when Lee was just a little boy. Yes, Lee was once a child. Can you believe it? I know, I don't either. We're talking about Pete's Dragon. Let's go. Let's start off with Ethan, since he's very excited over there.
Well, I've watched this film many a times. I was born like quite a few years after it came out, but I can't say there's not one bad thing about this movie. It's everything a Disney film should be. Just a great, fun, heartwarming family musical. You've got the animation for the dragon is great. I've never seen the new one, and I have no intentions of seeing it. To me, this is Pete's Dragon, because the dragon in this is just full of character. He's just so much fun. He's funny. He's magical. As a boy of the 80s, this is everything a kid back then thought a dragon could be. We all wanted an invisible dragon to come in and destroy the school like he does in the movie. Run out. But you've got all the characters in it are so much fun, and there's so many songs that you could sing to, and there's just so much fun. Great villain, one of the best Disney villains ever, Doc Terminus, who's played by Jim Dale, who is so funny. He's the classic mustache twirling villain. But like every Disney villain, he's like the old Disney villains, really funny, and he gets more maniacal in that as the movie progresses. But that makes him more funnier. And he has some of the funniest lines in it, and great songs, from Passamaquoddy song and every little piece. Honestly, those songs, you can't go wrong with villain songs like that. And then you've got Helen Reddy as Nora. One of my other favorite songs in that was It's Not Easy. Really beautiful song. I love that song so much. Mickey Rooney's funny in it. You've got so many good classic Disney moments in this that you wouldn't see a Disney film like this again, I think. You don't really get Disney films like this. You know, like with such a good story, and even some of the dialogue from Jim Dale's character, where he wants to buy Elliot from Pete, and he says, "I'll give you $5 for it, and for free, a bottle that'll give you puberty ahead of 2 years, and that's better than a dragon." And that just makes me laugh so much. Yeah, it's just a great all-around brilliant film. And even like the Gogans. Is it the Gogans, who are the family, the hillbillies, who was their leader, Ma, who's played by, what was that? Shelley Winters? Was it Shelley Winters? Yeah. Who she plays her brilliantly. And she's like, you look at black and white photos of years ago, she was a good-looking woman, so she plays like an old haggy hillbilly really well. And she has some great numbers as well in it. And they're funny, the hillbillies. But I think that's all I could say about it. Just an all-around perfect Disney movie. And it's one of my top favorites. One of my top 5 favorites, actually. So over to you guys.
Yeah, can I just say, I would have sold the dragon. I would have took the money, because he buggered off in the end anyway. So he haven't got the dragon anyway. So you might as well just sold him.
He just wanted the bottle for,
I was going to say he needed a bottle for the puberty. I'm struggling with puberty. Give me the bottle, quick. Doc Terminus, please help.
I do love that old woman though. She was hilarious. The Googans or whatever they were. She was funny. She was. Let's go to Alex and Susan.
Well, I love Helen Reddy. I am woman, hear me roar. Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? And Helen Reddy was a part of my childhood. My folks loved her music. We had 3 albums by her. She was beautiful. She had a rich contralto voice, almost soprano, but beautiful. She really was quite a great singer, and the rest of the cast of this was fun. And my roommate in California, she really, she had a thing about dragons, and so I always thought of I always thought that she would make a really good, little Pete, a little with
I thought you said a little P.
A little Pete with a little Elliot, herself. And it was sort of cute, that whole relationship. And I quite like the singing. I love the songs. And I love Mickey Rooney's freak out at the beginning. That was hilarious. But I'll wait and tell you my favorite moments until, we get to that part of the cast. So here you go, Alex.
Okay, well, I'm going to be the Criterion as usual, contrary. Yeah, I barely like this movie. First of all, you cannot imitate Mary Poppins and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It's not going to work. That's basically what Disney wanted to do. Are the songs terrible? No, but they also go on for too long as well. Is Helen Reddy good? I don't like her, but I know a lot of people do. She does have a pretty voice, but I just don't like the style. But she's very famous and has been for 40 years. Mickey Rooney, just, yeah. I mean, there was so little that I liked about this movie. And it's basically, I'd rather be watching Popeye with Robin Williams. I'd rather be watching almost anything else. I just didn't like it. I mean, I guess it's sweet that they have a great cast, and I guess it's sweet that, the boy does have a happy ending. That's very nice. But the rest of it, no. And it does have a great cast. It does have a lot of talent behind it, but again, it seems to suffer from 70s-itis, as I like to call it.
Oh.
But it did have a good ending. It wasn't depressing like a lot of American films in the 70s were, with a very bittersweet or bad ending. Like I said, it does have a good cast, but it goes on too long. The songs are too long.
You love Helen Reddy.
No, I do not.
Oh.
So sorry, but I'd rather be watching Mary Poppins or the original Escape to Witch Mountain or the original Popeye with Robin Williams, and I'm kind of surprised they haven't done a reboot of that as well. They did do a reboot of this, but it was very serious. There was no music in it. And I don't even know if they showed the dragon animated or otherwise. But again, it's Disney fare. Most of their movies do good. Most people like their movies. It's a sweet story, sort of. But then it's also, to me, it's a little bit stereotypical, because then you have Shelley Winters and Jeff Conaway, who was in Grease and Babylon 5 as one of the boys. And that was just very annoying.
Well, high praise from Alex indeed.
But Shelley Winters was groovy.
Yeah.
Lee, are you going to be... How can Lee be more positive than that?
I'll be more positive. Alex, you're bad. Right. Yes.
There we go. Don't worry. He's looking at his face in the mirror. There we are. He's just doing some selfies.
We know Alex would be watching Mary Poppins, but we wasn't talking about Mary Poppins. We're talking about Pete's Dragon.
Are we not?
No, yeah. This movie, I went to the cinema to see this when I was 1977, and this is my all-time favourite Disney movie. So
apart from Frozen, of course, people.
No. We don't talk about Frozen. It's my all-time favourite Disney movie, quickly followed by The Rescuers, same year. I just absolutely love this. As I said, the cast is brilliant. Helen Reddy. You forgot to mention Susan Angie Baby. Great song by Helen Reddy. And say the song she also sang in this, Candle on the Water, was Oscar nominated, for best song in the movie. I don't know if it won or not. But,
and that was on her fourth album, I think.
Yeah.
Is that the one when she's on the lighthouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one where she's
That was sort of nominated for an Oscar song. Jim Dale, as I agree with Ethan, one of the best Disney villains. This is his. We all know him in the UK for the Carry On movies, of course. But as soon as he left the Carry Ons, Hollywood beckoned him, and Broadway beckoned him. He's well known for playing P.T. Barnum on Broadway, and Disney got hold of him. Did so many years contracts because he made several movies with Disney, and I think this was one of the first ones. But Doc Terminus, brilliant villain, brilliant songs he sang with Hoagie, Red Buttons, of course. I just love it. I know what Alan's going to say because he mentioned it earlier to me before we started the cast. But I don't think there was too many songs in it. But Alan's going to say something completely different. Every song in this was in the right place at the right time. With Mickey Rooney singing a dragon, I swear I saw a dragon, and as I say, every little piece is just such a brilliant song from Jim Dale. I just love it, and it's a happy ending, but it also makes you tears well up in your eyes as well when Elliot's leaving, going off to save another child.
I didn't well up.
Oh, you've just
I didn't well up.
You've just got halves.
Honestly, I just wanted to laugh because I thought it was a bit cheesy how the kid was acting. I thought, oh God. So I laughed more than anything.
Yeah, but you've got to remember he was a child actor as well.
Yeah. That was the best back then. And
yeah, well, he gave up. He gave up acting soon after this. Anyway, he only made several. But I think it's a brilliant movie. Okay, it's 2 hours long, but for me, it didn't seem like 2 hours.
No, because it's 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Well, it.
That's why. It's 8 or 10. It's 8 or 10.
124 minutes. But yeah, it's just for me. It's a brilliant piece of film making by Disney, and I when I get a chance every year, I watch this because it also gives me the admiration for Jim Dale as well, because I never appreciated Jim Dale because of the Carry On movies, but until he did this sort of thing, I saw what he was capable of. It just blew me away, and Jim Dale is a brilliant actor and still with us, thank God. Over to you, Alid.
Oh, have you finished? Oh, thank you.
You want me to carry on?
Well, I'm sorry I didn't like it, Lee, but at least Alex enjoyed it. Yes, I do think Ethan is right. The villain is good. I do like the songs of the villain as well. He's this con man as well. And when they're saying, when his sidekick is dressing up as people who are pretending to be cured or something, is funny. I mean, that's just classic humor, and the humor throughout this is actually very good. Every time when the mayor's opening the door, something happens, the steps fall away or something like that. And it's like the guy with the fencing as well, where the fencing gets destroyed twice. And the tarmac, the pavement. So it is a very funny movie. However, I'm with Alex. I think there's too many songs. I think every 5 flipping minutes every other word there was a song to it. I mean, it was honestly, it was becoming to actually where I was finding it hilariously funny. Like, I was guessing whether I just thought they're going to break out into song. I could see it setting up and then a song comes along, and I start laughing. This would make a really good drinking game.
It's a musical.
Yeah, I know, but I think there's too much music, and some of the songs actually I think could have been cut. I don't think it needs all those songs because it's only 2 hours and 10 minutes because 1 hour and 90 minutes and 60 minutes of it, 1 hour 60 minutes of it is singing. That's why it's pretty much all singing. I mean, I did like it though. I have to say, I did enjoy it. I mean, I liked it.
You know that what they call it a musical because of the singing.
Yeah, but I thought it went on too long and there was too much singing, and not all the songs were that great. I think there could have been ones that they cut. They could have cut some of it. At least it's Frozen then. they could have cut some of it.
I cannot believe that you're saying that. Like there's there's stuff that is like
and can I just say,
life-changing in this.
Why the hell did they shoehorn that love interest? They just shoehorned him in. I mean, he's only on screen 2 minutes. I mean, what pointless. That was just why have him in the first place?
The reason that they shoehorned him in, Aled, to be honest, is because they had to show that the dragon was actually universally magic, not just locationally magic. That he could actually grab somebody from across the sea and bring him back.
He didn't grab him, though. He didn't grab him.
He did.
He just threw him out of bed.
Yeah.
Tipped his bed over and got his memory back.
He didn't bring him back, magically bring him back. He still had to sail back, and he nearly died doing that. So actually, the dragon nearly killed him.
What?
So
the dragon nearly killed him.
Yeah, it did. Anyway,
I claim this dragon actually wanted to murder the man.
I don't agree.
So
that dragon knew it was going to be a stormy night because he's all magical and powerful.
So
and he tried to kill him.
As they said in the reviews, if you went out to the concession stand every time they were singing, you would have spent $80 on the snacks.
What?
Back in 1977.
And why did the boy run away from the Gogans? I thought they were a nice little family.
No, they weren't. No, that part
they were clearly
weren't.
loving and caring.
The kid had bruises all over him, Alan.
He looked quite happy to me. He had nice white teeth. He had nice white teeth. He was well fed. He wasn't skinny, was he?
Excuse me, abuse is a really comfortable thing. You pipsqueak.
Come on, let's not go too far here.
Yeah, I'm only joking. They were a pretty horrible family, but they were entertaining. I mean, they did some nice dancing. Why wasn't he entertained by the dancing? I was. They could make money by dancing. You know what I mean? Yes. So that's just my opening thoughts of the film. Yeah, it was mixed. I think Lee and Ethan are blinded by nostalgia. I don't think it's as good as they make out. I love how they're shaking their heads in sync together.
I've just noticed that myself. I'm like...
Let's go to favourite moments. Let's go to Alex and Susan. Be as brutal as you want, Alex.
Go for it. You go.
Dragon over the head.
Like I said, it's not 100% bad, but it's too long, too many songs. Of course, Helen Reddy had to have her ballad, and the one by the lighthouse was cute. I didn't understand the bar sequences at all. You have beer flowing everywhere. I didn't like
that. Tends to what happens. Yeah. That happens in the bar, Alex.
Yeah, I know, but they were dancing. They were dancing on barrels. I mean, come on. Yeah,
haven't you done that?
Yeah,
I've done that. It's come on, Alex. You need to come out on a night out in Leicester.
Yeah, no, it's Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it was very tough for me to like this movie. I'd rather be watching Popeye or the Apple Dumpling Gang or whatever. Like I said, the Helen Reddy singing, by the lighthouse was uh, was cute. Her kissing the dragon, I guess, was cute. Um, I guess the song where the con man, what was his name? Doctor Treacherous. What was his name?
Doc Terminus.
Doc Terminus. That's right.
Think of the
And
Doctor Who story.
there was the scene where he's at the table and he turns his head with the top hat on, and I was like, oh my god, that's weird. And the song where he's trying to remember the name of the town and everybody's correcting him. But it's so funny how they didn't, when he first shows up, they say they hate him, then they like him, then they love him. So it's like, this is all over the place here. But yeah, after that, except for the ending, I like the ending even better because it's the end of the movie. And I can watch something else. Thanks.
Okay.
Alex is now my favorite member. we might as well end the review here. All right, thank you, everybody.
I'd like to thank you for continuing this review.
Alex is even gone. Alex is off.
My favorite part of the movie is I really love it when Helen Reddy and the boy where Nora and Pete are painting the lighthouse, and I mean it's just such a heartwarming moment. Here's this kid who comes to live with her, and still the kid is willing to help her, even though he's a kid. He doesn't have to help. He could run away and play. But he stays and he does some painting and helps. And that's really neat because he's been taught by the dragon more than by society. And I love Elliot when he starts the fire in the lighthouse. That's really that's what a dragon's good for. Starting super wet, super waterlogged, soggy stuff on fire, like the city of Dale in the Lord of the Rings series. Like there's so many times that dragons just light wet, soggy things on fire. I could tell you all the times in Game of Thrones, but we don't really need to go there. I just love that whole thing, and I disagree that there was too much singing. I disagree that there was too much everything. I just disagree with that. Anyway, that's my favorite bit.
Yeah, so there was too much singing. We're agreeing on that. Thank you, Susan. Let's go to Lee for favorite moments. Sorry, he doesn't have any. Let's go to Ethan.
Oh, wow.
Ethan doesn't have any either. There we go. It's a very short thing.
No. Hey.
Go to Lee.
There's so many. There's what's an L dra. But there's some of them where where he's a medicine man, showman, and he's a con man. When he's doing dentistry with that guy in the chair with the things in his mouth. Keep your foot on that, because they'll split up, rip your cheeks off.
Oh, is that what he was doing?
Yeah, it was dentistry.
That looked like something else.
And also another line from Doc Terminus was when he was in the bar. I've just got to have a word with a young lady over there. She's after a nursing career. But there's so many. I just love it. Anything to do with Jim Dale, just brilliant. I mean, he is the Doctor Who that we never had, and he was up for it at one point.
And he looked just like the guy, Bradley Walsh's character in Sarah Jane Adventures. He looked just like him. It was amazing.
Well, every actor that hasn't been a doctor is a doctor that we haven't had.
And Ali does have many dogs.
So you could say, yes, he is. Along with all the rest of them.
The ones,
Along with the kids. The kids, the doctor we never had either.
But there is the one where, as it's been mentioned, you know, the town of Passamaquoddy hated Dr. Emmons from last time he was there, but he cons them again, and he rallies the troops. He gets the village, the fishermen against Pete. He gets the Gorgons he gets the whole village against one boy and his imaginary dragon. What they think is an imaginary dragon. But, you know, that's how evil
No,
works.
they know it's not an imaginary dragon by that point.
No, they only know that when the nets fall.
Yeah, because it cracked. Yeah, no, they do because they know. No, because it destroyed the church. And no, the school.
Yeah, but they don't see anything.
Yeah, but hello, there's a great big dragon.
Silhouette.
A silhouette
Dr.
on.
Dr.
They know
Emmons,
it's a dragon lead. I mean, that just doesn't happen incidentally.
they were still querying it, wasn't they?
Not really.
No.
Don't watch. Have you seen this film, Lee? I'm questioning whether you've actually watched it.
I'm gonna round you up, cut you up, rip you up. I will. Can you hear the jingle jangle sound?
Let's go to Ethan.
Oh, again, there's so many in this. I do love this film so much. I love the bit when they just get to Passamaquoddy, Pete says you can't let them see you, and Elliot sort of like his wings disappear. Nope. And then his whole body and it's just his tail. Nope. And then he just limbs vanish and it's just like his body, just like the shape of an egg. That was funny. The song Jim Dale does are brilliant. They're just so funny and so good. And I do love the running joke how he can't get the name right. Passamaquacker, or something like that.
But can I just say, he does that so well, doesn't he?
Oh, he does.
I mean, he doesn't trip on those words, does he? Even though he's deliberately getting it wrong, because obviously that's the lines he has to use. You know, that's part of the song.
But he says it like the genuine, like Passamaquacky, and Hoagie's like Quaddy, whatever.
And then they shout it out. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love the song "It's Not Easy" by Helen Reddy and the Boy. I love that song. It's a really lovely Disney-style song, like an old-style Disney song. I love that one. It's really beautiful. And I do. This has already been pointed out. That what is an L dra dra dra. And I love the bit when Mickey Rooney and Red Buttons, Lampy and Hoagie are in the cave and they're trying to find the dragon dead drunk, and like Elliot appears and they're like, stay close to me. And that bit was funny. And I love the whole showdown at the end where they catch him and stuff. And Jim Dale gets the rope stuck in his foot. The cannon blasts off and he goes flying. And it does the goofy noise where it's like, that bit still kills me when he does that.
I know, what was that goofy Wilhelm scream? I mean, what the heck was that?
I think it just does. I just love how random and funny it is because it adds the humor of Jim Dale's character. Because Jim Dale's character is just such a great, funny villain, and I do love the ending. I mean, lightly, yes, all right. I well up on it because you get like a real nice piano version of "It's Not Easy" playing while he's saying goodbye. And it's a heartwarming ending, but he still says, "Take it easy, catch you later, kid." I just do. I think that's probably all my favourite moments. There's loads of moments, but those are probably my number one favourite moments.
Thank you for that, Ethan. Yeah. So, like I say, yeah, it's got good humour. I do give it that. So, any moment of humour is funny. Like Ethan said, when they're looking for the dragon in the cave, and they, walking along like that, and then it's behind them. It's got. It's on his shoulder. Yeah, they're all good moments. The humour is good, but the length is too long. I think if they cut some of this film out and they cut some of the songs out, it would benefit. Because the humor is good. It's over the top. It's slapstick humor. It's really silly. It's really fun. But it just goes on too long. And some of the songs aren't needed.
As well.
And that man, I still don't know what, he appears at the end. Go away. You abandoned her for a year, mate. I wouldn't have him back.
I'm just quite surprised Alid said the length was too long. Now, that's the first time he's ever said that.
Trust me, you're never going to hear me complain about length again. Yeah, so let's go on to final say and score, shall we? Let's go to Ethan.
Easy. 10 out of 10. That's it. 10 out of 10. One of the best Disney films we're ever going to get. Enough said. Don't care what everybody else says. I love this movie with all my heart. Since a kid of the early 80s, love it.
Let's go to Alex and Susan.
Susan would agree with Ethan, but I don't know about Alex.
So 2 10s. What's Alex going to give it?
Let's see. Well, because it has a great cast and it has Don Bluth in the animation, which he had his own movies later on. Secret of Nymph, and I forgot the other names. Actually, I like Secret of Nymph better than this.
Not Nymph.
Or whichever.
Nymph.
Well, you know what I'm trying to say. The one with the rats and the crow and all that stuff. Yeah, so because of the cast, I'll probably give it a 7, but that's it. It's not recommending it. It's just the cast.
Wow. Let's go to... Is Lee going to go higher or lower than a 7? Let's find out.
Oh, well. It is the best Disney movie, in my opinion. Live-action animated movie. I don't know why they went down the live-action route just instead of a full animated movie, but it still works for me. I love it. It's a brazzle-dazzle day. It's 10 Jim Dales out of 10 for me.
Thank you, Lee. And I think, I haven't... funny enough, I have never seen this film before. And I'm surprised that I've never seen it before because I think it's been on telly so many times. But I've never sat down and watched it. And I've not seen the new one. And these are based on books, aren't they? I think it said in the opening titles it's based on a book. I've never watched... I've never read the books. And this is the first time I've watched the film. Do you know what? I'm going to give it a 6. I'm going to give it a 6. And I have to admit, partly the reason why I'm giving it a 6 is because Lee loves it.
That's not how you play the game, is it?
Otherwise it would get higher.
Oh, he loves it. I'll just put a low score.
But because Lee loves it, I have to be more negative towards it.
It's not like this isn't a competition, you know.
But I like its campiness. I like its humour. I would actually give it a 7 because I don't think it's the best Disney film. It's not the best musical. I prefer Mary Poppins. I'm with Alex on that one. I'm not going to abandon Mary Poppins. I still love The Wizard of Oz more, and other films like that. But I'm going to give it a 6. In fact, I'm going to give it a 4. I'm going to give it a 4 because I really want it. In fact, scrap that. It's getting a 1. Look after yourself. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'd like to thank everyone here for joining me. I'd like to thank you for watching. Look after yourself. Take care. And we will see you next time.